from the actual feedback, and then once they do that, they actually have a business plan in place at the end of the actual training course.
Oh my goodness, guys. And you know what? I just realized we were not live this entire time. So welcome to all of our businesses. Thank you so much for joining us. We're excited to have you. You are joining us live behind the scenes of the Business Shower Showdown. I hope you enjoy the show. Welcome, everybody. My name is Danya Williams. I'm your founder and executive director for the Freedom in Me Business Showers program. I am joined here today with my two co-hosts, Nikki and Rodney. Do you want to say hello?
Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing out there in virtual land?
Good morning, everyone.
All right, so we are going to jump right in here. We are doing weekly showdown. So basically what we are doing is we're bringing you behind the scenes of what is happening in the Business Shower program week after week. And so many of you know us because of our premiere event that we have in July 22nd. This year, it's going to be at the Omni Hotel, where we celebrate businesses. It's the ultimate business shower and networking event. But before our businesses can get to that day, to get to that program, there's some things that go on behind the scenes. So Nikki and Rodney, can you tell us a little bit about what that process looks like? What happens before they get to this premiere event?
Yes, ma'am. They actually go through, like we said before, one of our actual trainees said, they go through a boot camp week by week where they actually learn entrepreneurship and things that's actually needed to be successful in business.
Absolutely. Nikki, did you want to add anything?
Absolutely. And it's not just a hand you the program and you go through it. You know, they're attending classes, they're turning in work every week, and the 12 weeks it doesn't seem like it's long enough for everything that they learn, but they're doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. So I always equate it to a college course, right? You spend months going through college and a summer training course. Where a regular course in college, you take months to prepare, where over the summer, you crash all that information in to only a couple weeks. So these businesses, they come in various stages of business. And some of them are very familiar with some of the information we're given and just learning how to navigate and apply it to their business so they can grow. And some of them don't have any knowledge about what this information is that we're talking about. And so with that, they have to learn the information and then apply it to their individual businesses and get ready to pitch it. Those are three separate total skill sets, and it could be challenging for an entrepreneur. Can you all tell us about what that experience looked like with some of our finalists?
Yes, ma'am. So some of them come in, like you said, some of them coming fresh off the boat where they actually, they got the idea, they know what they want to sell, or they know the service they want to give out there to the community, and they don't know how to actually put it in place. And then some of them actually, they've been, in the business for a year or two, but they just have some things that's hindering them, or some things that's actually creating roadblocks for them. And the business shall actually help them actually get that knowledge and get that actual know-how to be able to actually overcome them with those particular obstacles from week to week. Like Nikki said, from the actual training, they might come in to where they have their idea, they have their, their vision, they have their mission statement things, and then they get to like that particular week and they be like, wait, this is not the route I want to go. Let me change this up and actually completely change their actual, business plan. And that's what we do. We actually help them succeed into actually knowing exactly what they want to create, what they want to do, and actually push forward through those obstacles and actually be successful.
Absolutely. Nikki, did you have anything you wanted to add?
Absolutely. And not only are they learning how to get their business off the ground, but something that I have taken away from this is going through the course is also teaching them how to balance that with their personal lives too. They have to figure out how much they're having to put towards the business versus that. And I've seen a lot of growth from everyone so far.
Yeah, so you said something very interesting, right? One of the things that we have seen is business owners that come in like, hey, I got a product or a service to sell. So gosh, I have to show up differently in my business. It's causing our businesses to realize the level of commitment, the level of consistency, and the level of detail that goes into truly growing a business. A lot of times we wonder what happens to these businesses. We often say, and a lot of times, that research continues to show us that many of these businesses, over 50% of them, fail within the first few years of starting business. But part of that could be that we're not really prepared, right? We don't have that business plan, so we don't really understand, and we're not prepared for everything that goes into growing a business. Hence, when it comes, we fold at times. So, can you guys walk us through what that looks like? We've seen people dropping out. We've seen people can't rise to the challenge. We've seen the frustration. Tell us what really sets apart the entrepreneur that can make it and will make it versus the entrepreneur that struggles with that level of consistency and dedication.
Prioritizing. They're prioritizing in a great manner. They show up, they show out during class, during their assignments, everything, and those are the ones that are going to make it to get the business shower.
The mentality to be able to push through. If you're not actually ready to actually push through something like the course itself, then you're not ready to push through as far as being a business actual entrepreneur, because the course itself is, like you said, it's a crash course, and when you get into business, it's going to be totally different. It's going to be so much more obstacles that you're going to have challenging, and this course actually is a stepping stone to actually get you ready for those type of obstacles that's going to be in your way, and you got to have the mentality to be able to push through.
Yeah, absolutely. And everyone doesn't have it, right? And it's okay. But that is one of the advantages of the Business Shower program, right? Because you get an opportunity to see if you're ready to go forward in business. Maybe like, I thought I had it, but maybe I need to take a step back. And that is okay, right? People are all in all different phases, but I think we all said it best. It is the boot camp for small businesses. But I want to bring some of these businesses on and talk about what they are getting, what their experience is in the Business Shower program. But before I do that, tell us what's at stake for some of these businesses. What are they competing for? I mean, we've invested thousands of dollars in them already. As a finalist, they have been sponsored. People have paid thousands of dollars for them to take this intensive training course. But what's at stake? They have some additional things that they are trying to get in the program. Can you tell us what some of those things are?
Go ahead, Nikki.
So not only is it just the business shower, they get access to resources, connections that we as an organization have. it's not just let's celebrate and then you're off on your own. We're able to provide them with the resources that they need to continue success even after the program and the business shower is over.
Yes, and they also get actual, open connections to networking. They actually get open connections to networking events. The big networking event that's going to be honoring them, and they actually get to put their actual business on stage in front of businesses that actually are successful already, as far as major sponsorships that we actually are partnered with.
Yeah, and I think the one that we're that a lot of us aren't talking about yet, right? We give them the resources. So I want to just kind of elaborate on some of those resources. Yes, because they get resources, right? This year we're excited because we have 3 top prize winners where we're actually awarding a financial stipend for the top 3 businesses in our classrooms. Not only do they get that financial stipend, but they get things like a website, they get their LLC, they could potentially get trademarking, they can get things that they need to actually be able to serve their clients in their respective businesses, materials, they get access to accounting software, all kinds of things that we can get them as a result of persevering and continuing through equipment, all kinds of stuff. So that's what some of those resources can be like. In addition, we hold their hand after. This is the planning stage. Afterwards, we walk them through walking that plan out, the implementation, so we can ensure they're successful. So I want to hear from some of these businesses that are in the program. So if you're in the chat and you are watching, I want you to go ahead and start giving them some love, start sending some hearts as I bring to the stage Dominique Jackson from Hatch and Ness. Hi, Dominique.
Hello.
How are you this morning?
I'm good. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Awesome. So tell us, before we jump into the questions, I want you to tell us who you are and what you do.
Absolutely. My name is Dominique Jackson, and I'm the CEO and founder of Hatch and Ness, a digital platform that provides postpartum wellness planning for expectant moms. We provide in-home support like postpartum doulas, lactation consultants, and meal and grocery delivery, so mom can focus on recovery and bonding with their new baby after delivery.
Awesome. So, Dominique, tell us, how did you come up with that? What made you decide that Hatch and Nest was required? It was something that was needed.
Hatch and Nest, it was inspired by my own postpartum experience. When I had my first child, I lived hundreds of miles away from my immediate family, and I was searching for resources that could help me out in this transition into motherhood, and in talking to other moms about their experience, what that support looked like to them, I found there was a need to provide this access to other moms.
Awesome. Well, we think it's an amazing idea. And I want to ask you a question, then I'll turn it over to the coaches to ask you a question. Dominique, tell us about your experience. What has it been like being behind the scenes? I'm sure you have seen the business shower clips of what happens in the business shower program, but what has it been like for you as a small business owner going through this program?
For me, as a small business owner, it has been really a push, taking those risks and challenging the idea that I thought I had. I really thought that, this was concrete. I'm ready to launch. So being open to think about other ways to look at things and what haven't I considered.
Okay. So can you walk us through what was some of those things like, hey, I needed this, but I never considered it?
I would say marketing for sure, identifying my target customers. There's lots of different types of moms out there, and really understanding what their pain points are and how I'm adding value and giving them a solution.
Awesome. Wow. And you said a mouthful, because a lot of times as new businesses, right, we don't think about, and you said it, right? You said it. And I think that you represent 90% of businesses and how we go into businesses. This is our experience. This is what we have, which is a great thing. That's how a lot of businesses are propelled. And so we make it about us, right? What do I need? What did I need? And those are good drivers to help us stay in touch with our business owners. But then it's taking it out of the context of what I want to provide based on what I needed versus what do all moms need that are going through postpartum, and how can I be a support for all moms? And we don't think about that as business owners. So I'm glad that that was like a really good connection that you made. Coaches, did you have a question for Dominique?
Yeah. So with you going through so far, we're going into the latter parts of our last part of our training. What would be one of the things that you'll say to somebody who's on the fence about actually, doing business showers?
I would say take the chance on yourself. Don't let being scared paralyze you to not taking action.
Okay. And so at the end of the course, where do you see yourself?
At the end of the course, I see myself, and I have Rodney to thank for this, being very comfortable pitching. He always calls me out. I'm an introvert by nature. I am not, public speaking or just talking, but he's really like focused in on, being confident on and portraying what I'm offering to my customers.
Awesome.
Thank you. Nikki?
I think my question is, do you think you're going to be one of the top 12 that makes it to the business shower?
Absolutely. I'm feeling real good.
Awesome. Well, Dominique, I want to ask you the $1 million question. Would you recommend business showers to a friend or a family member? Why or why not?
100%, and I already have. I say that planning, anybody can have a good idea, but really knowing what it takes to execute that idea, and from how much it's going to cost to setting realistic timelines and what you need to even make that a realistic dream.
Absolutely. Well, we don't want you to go anywhere. We thank you so much for coming on the show. We're going to bring you back on in just a moment here. We have one more business owner. You guys heard it from Dominique Jackson. We're going to put you behind the scenes. And next up, we are going to bring on Karen Smith. Karen, how are you today?
Good morning. Welcome to Crown Event Planner.
Welcome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Karen, tell us a little bit about who you are and your I love the energy that you bring. I love it. Tell us about your business, who you are and what you do.
Thank you. My name is Karen Smith. I'm the CEO of Crown Event Planners. I started off and still just getting a leg up on this. I love doing events. I love doing parties. I don't think any party or event is too big or too small. I am just so happy with doing this. And I used to do it with my kids. We always had little parties, little get-togethers. And then last year, financially, I had a drop. And I said, okay, let's put this into play. So that's how I got here. I launched it July of last year, but I've had the stumbling blocks. And then this opportunity came along because I had been to visit one of the events last year, year before last. And I said, this is where I need to be to help me to get to where my business can grow.
Absolutely. So Karen, you came and you experienced it. So for all those that are watching that are not a part of the program, if you are a small business owner, you thinking about launching a business, you need to be at the business shower to see what it's all about and how it can help you in this year. It's going to be on July 22nd, just for those that are watching. But Ms. Smith, tell us about your experience. What has it been like? Has it been challenging, frustrating? Did you want to quit? Tell us what those emotions are that you have been experiencing throughout these 12 weeks.
Well, some of my classmates have said boot camp. I've been in college. I've been in classes. I've had childbirth. But my Lord, this is like raising children from birth to growth. And I'm thankful for the coaches. I'm thankful for Miss Weems because it's a learning process. We're going from being an infant to an adult. And there you all are walking us step by step by step. Yes, I've had some crying evenings. Yes, I've had some stressful ones, but I'm thankful that I'm still here and going strong. Thankful to all of you.
Well, and it's interesting that you compared it to childbirth, right? Because we are the midwife for small businesses,
Mhm.
right? I tell everyone business showers is the midwife. It's definitely a boot camp. It's harder than childbirth. Ooh wee. So yes, those are the comments. But we are the midwife, and if you think about the role that a midwife plays in the role of childbirth, right? They're helping you to push the baby out. They're helping you to push to get through it, to get through the contractions, to get through the process, to get through the whole 9 months, and then the labor and delivery of that
Mhm.
baby, right? That is the
True.
role that business showers plays for our small businesses. We help you prepare and plan and get ready for this big launch, the business shower program. That's your big launch to push that business out, right? And it's not hard. Sometimes labor can be 12 hours. Sometimes you need to bring in a team. Sometimes, you need water, you need to cry, you need to scream. All of those things go in, and it's no different for our businesses. We are
That's
pushing these
right.
things out. So I'm so excited to hear you have that connection, because that's exactly what it relates to. Hence the whole business shower, right?
Yeah.
All of the things that we get in order to do that. So Karen, I'm gonna let Rodney and Nikki ask questions that they have for you, so I don't steal the show, because I can go on and on and on, because I love this kind of thing, but I want them to be able to ask you the questions that they have.
Karen, what's one word that comes to your mind mentally as you go through the actual business shower?
Are you talking about
The
the end of the
program itself.
process?
No, the process so far right now. What's one word that comes to mind for you?
Excellence.
Okay.
All right.
Do I need to elaborate on excellence?
Let's go. I want to hear it.
I say excellence because that's one of the words that I use in my mission statement. And when I say hello, oh, okay.
Yes.
When I say excellence, you all have set that bar so high. We're coming from the top, which means that you all are giving us 110%. No holds bar. You all, it's just excellence, because I know that's what I'm going to get at the end of this. And that's what I use the word excellence.
Awesome. Miss Nikki.
What do you feel has been the most beneficial part of the program for you so far?
All of it. I've started this journey with some other coaches, but you all have really done the work, and I can't ask for anything more. Anything else you give me is a bonus, because like you said, if you've been on this journey before, you kind of miss a few things. So I've had to go back and rethink things, redo it. But that's all a part of blooming and growing, and once again, excellence.
Quick question. I know you said you said that you had actually came to our business shower last year. And this year you said that's where you needed to be. What actually clicked at the business shower that made you say that?
For one thing, Mr. Jackson, because you did not give up on me. You kept me in mind. You said, try it. What do you have to lose? I have nothing to lose but some time. It has not cost me not one brown penny that I can say I've lost. So it's been great to take this opportunity that you all have given me for allowing me to be one of the nominees.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we're going to bring back on Dominique Jackson to the stage, and we are going to just kind of really wrap this thing up, because you ladies are phenomenal. We are so proud of you. Like, just to make it, you can see we started with the class of 40, went down to 34, and that number just continues to drop week after week, right? And you ladies are both still hanging in there, and you're competing, you're showing up, you're giving it all you got. Tell us what is required, what is causing you, what makes you want to push?
Well, I want to see my business succeed, because I consider it a legacy for my granddaughters.
Awesome. And Dominique?
And for me, I've had my business idea for a long time, but I always made the excuse like, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to move forward. And then I discovered the business shower and I said, well, now I don't have no excuses left. So now it's time to pursue it.
It's time to do it, right? Well, ladies, we are so proud of you. We're thankful. We have a community vote going on. So this is your opportunity to tell our audience what you need them to do.
Vote, 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 vote.
Yes, vote.
We're all winners. We're all winners. So please continue to support us and give us those votes in the love.
Yes, so we have our community vote competition, and the community vote competition is because our community supports the Business Shower program. We have a couple of objectives. One, we are a nonprofit, and so all of the funds that you donate to support our businesses, 100% of those funds go back into the program to continue to provide these resources for our small businesses at no cost to them. The second thing is that because these businesses are coming into the communities that you are a part of, we want to know the businesses that you want to see. Which businesses, so they have done videos, they have talked about their business ideals, and we want to know what businesses you want to see in your community next. So a portion of their grade comes from you, the community. Votes are $2 per vote. You can go to our website. It's scrolling across the page, businessshowers.org, to be sure that you get your votes in. But these ladies are needing your vote, so go ahead and vote for them or any of the businesses in our program that you want to see make it to the top 12. Until next time, I see someone said, thank you, Business Showers. Hands down, the best experience. You are helping us to build sustainable and successful businesses. Thank you, Takia. Vote now. You got the hearts. You guys got the love. We thank you so much for joining us today. And we will see you all in class on Wednesday. Bye, ladies.
Bye.
Bye. Have a great rest of the weekend.
All right, coaches. So I know we are out of time, but I want to hear, what are your thoughts? How do we end this? Tell us what you're thinking.
Just, we ending it on a high note. You know, our actual business shower trainees that's actually in the actual program right now, they know that it's, you know, they see the finish line, they see it there. They just got to, you know, finesse a little bit of things here and there. And I feel like we know we got a nice group that's confident that they're going to be at that business shower come July 22nd.
Yeah. Nikki?
It's a lot of competition and they're fighting hard for it.
Yeah, it is a lot of competition. So I just want to remind you of these businesses, these top 40 businesses that are competing for the next 12 spots in the Business Shower program. These are the businesses that need your help. They need your vote. Go vote now on our website, businessshowers.org, and get your votes in. Help these businesses make it to the finish line. It is not hard to be a part of the Business Shower program or any program. It's not easy for a new entrepreneur, but with your help, with your support, with your dedication, they can do it. So they are depending on you, and we are depending on you. Until next time, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. We will see you right here, same time, same place, for the Business Shower Showdown. Bye, guys.
Hey, Freedom.
It's me.